While this may be the beginning of a new story arc in the Shang-Chi series, the family drama is still the focal point. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here to give you guys my review on Shang-Chi issue 9. And just as it says right here, a new arc starts here. So basically, last issue, which was this issue right here, which before I go into it, it was the last issue done for the artist and colorist that we had in this. And their names were Dyke Runin, Dyke Runin, and Tiana Farrell. I do apologize if I butchered those names. I probably no doubt did, but I did my best here. So basically, the writer's still the same, but we're going to have a new artist in this one, a new artist and colorist by the name of Marcus Toe and Sunny Gall, which no doubt butcher their last names, but like I say, do my best here. All's the same though. It's a pity that we had to see the artists and colorists of the first previous eight issue series go, but I'm sure they had their reasons, and that's life. We always got to make tough choices. But all's the same here. I checked out the new art in this one, and I like it too. It looks good here and stuff, but if I'm to say which is my favorite, I'd have to say I have to go with those first artists and colors there. Nothing against these guys. I like it too. It's just, I like the other ones better. All the same though, what we're starting off with here is very interesting. And like I said at the beginning, it's no surprise that the family drama is still the focal point. That's kind of been the thing with Shang-Chi for what I've known throughout the history of some of the things it does. When it focuses on him, it always has to deal with some relatives or distant relatives or some people that are very close to him and stuff. And usually that's how it can go for some of them out there. But for Shang-Chi, this is kind of what's always been about him. After all, his arch nemesis is his father, Zheng Zu. But now, as we're seeing with this new story arc and with what we saw in last issue, while he may have gotten rid of his father, there's still his sins out there. His sins being now leaning towards him having to fight his grandfather, Chief Stan Zine, who is the father of his mother and stuff. And yeah, basically what this issue starts off with is his two sisters, Sister Dagger and Sister Staff, going through a portal that was last shown to us through this last issue as they kidnapped Shang-Chi's mother and took her to Ta Lao. But as you're seeing here, they aren't in Ta Lao yet, but they are on the pathway that leads to Ta Lao. And it doesn't take them long to get to Chieftain Zine as they are fighting him and stuff like that. And we are already seeing firsthand that the reason he's doing this is because he loathes Zheng Zu, which of course, understatement. We already knew that, especially when you already read this issue right here. So it makes perfect sense. The only problem is that he hates him so much, that he loathes him so much, he wants to destroy every bloodline member of Zheng Zu's family, meaning even Shang-Chi. But I'm sure he still has hatred for Shang-Chi, but it's mostly just directly aimed to him just because of the blood that runs through his veins. And yeah, if you guys saw my last review, you know that Shang-Chi when he was a kid was tricked by his father into believing his grandfather was the bad guy here, and in turn, filled with so much rage, Chieftain Zine has now pointed his anger towards Shang-Chi. Even though he was a little kid, he just instantly let his rage get to him that he thinks now Shang-Chi is evil and stuff. All's the same though, despite his hatred, he wants to be able to annihilate every part of the bloodline. And how is he going to do that, you may wonder? Well, that's where during the battle, he took a little blood from his grandson and put it in a pot. What seems to be a normal pot, but if you look at this panel right here, shows it ain't normal. As a matter of fact, it breeds some animals known as, what do they call those things? Taltai. Basically, mystic looking, I guess you could say, I'm thinking of goblins or something like that. Goblin dogs or something like that. All's the same though. You can look at them and yeah, vicious little guys they are. But the team the team doesn't have a problem knocking out one of them, but the other one just leave them all so suddenly. Why? Well, because we find out that they have the power to clone themselves by taking the blood away from by taking in the blood of some people they bite, as shown here when they do that to Deadly staff Zhang. And yeah, as doing that, they get a clone of him there. But even though they see that they can get cloned, they use that against them where they smear their blood on them, and in the process, it makes these two animals go up against each other. So yeah, they basically use their abilities against them, which is no surprise. That's very clever, which I expect no less from Shang Chi. He's a martial artist, he's a fighter, and fighters always find a way to use their opponent's moves against them, use their strengths to their greatest strengths and also be their greatest weakness. Is you just gotta find a way to use it against them and stuff. But there's more to it than that. It turns out these things also have been instructed to hunt down anyone who has Zheng Zu's blood in them. And during the time when they were fighting them, one of those things actually went and attacked someone. They attacked this people here, who at the beginning of the chapter are shown to us, where you see this guy in this purple shirt with a zero name. His name is Follow. He was about to commit burglary and stuff, but he was attacked by this mystic animal. Why is that? Because it turns out he has the blood of Zheng Zu in him, and yeah, eventually even Shang-Chi and his sisters find out. But to be on the safe side, they try not to tell him, but Esme unfortunately does, because the difference with Esme, aka Sister Dagger here, is that while she may be working with her brother, she still holds respect for her father and stuff, for being the great villain that he is, and in doing so, she tells that to Follow, and unfortunately, this is already leading into maybe something in the future, as when Follow was told by Esme right here that he was the greatest supervillain around, that left a smirk on him when he was handed off to the authorities. So, this is showing that however they settle this thing with Shang-Chi's grandfather, it's showing here another distant relatives of Zheng Zu might show up later on. And this Follow guy was just a burglar at first, a pickpocketer, a burglar who steals things and stuff. But now after hearing a thing slip from him from Esme about his father and stuff, well, whichever way he's related to Zheng Zu, this shows that he's going to come back in a way where, yeah, basically Shang-Chi's going to have to deal with this guy before he makes Zheng Zu's legacy continue on and stuff. And that's not the worst of it all, though. I mean, we're still finding out that Chieftain Zhang is still up to no good here. Because, like I said, his anger, his hatred for Zheng Zu runs so deep that while he may not have been able to defeat Shang-Chi and has left him off to those mystic animals, he has them taken care of. Now he is deciding that he's going to go after Shang-Chi's sister, the one named Shi-Han or whatever her name is. Basically, she's from those first 5 issues that kickstarted off this Shang-Chi series. If you know what I'm talking about, here's an image right here that'll help you guys out right there. It's basically from the start of this first issue to the 5 issue right there. And Shang-Chi was facing his sister, who was trying to become Supreme Commander back then. I think later on I'll make a review of that to give you guys my thoughts on it, so you guys can know how I felt about that. But either way, Chieftain Zhang with his creatures taking care of Shang-Chi and still wanting to eliminate every member of Zheng Zu's bloodline, has decided he's going to go after her. But the way he's doing it has obviously come to the point where here's the thing. I at first thought he would never harm his daughter and stuff, but then again, he's still blinded with rage that I don't think I can say I was surprised when I found out he's going to take the psionic energy that his daughter had from being in the negative zone, and he's going to use that to try to find Shang-Chi's sister. And this is obviously where this is going to show that going into the direction of the future here is that all of Shang-Chi's family members, they're gonna have to come together to stop all this. And one of them's already about to come to him. That being Deadly Saber, Takeshi, who was sent to prison by his own brother Shang-Chi back in issue 6. And as you can see, one of those creatures there have found their way to him. But this is obviously showing how he's about to get back in touch with Shang-Chi and the others. And no doubt his sister, Shang-Chi's sister, his all other sister, Shi-Han, is going to be involved in this too. So it's almost like saying all of the brothers and sisters of half siblings and not and full siblings must come together to finally put a stop to their so-called grandfather so they can make him realize that this hatred is blinding him, it's getting to him, it's taking control of him. It's just insane. Can you give it a rest? I mean, okay, yes, let's face it. Sometimes rage can really get the better of us, and it's really getting the better of this guy. All I can say is they have got to find some way to make him let go of his anger, let go of his rage, and like find peace. But who knows? They may or may not be able to, but we'll just have to wait and see. All the same though, guys, I did like how this issue started. It wasn't going into a big, fast-paced sort of way. It kind of went into a great way you would start a new arc. It sets up things for going into the direction with how they gotta face their grandfather and already giving us hits to what they might face after finishing their conflict with him. With a new distant relative they discover, this follow guy who already is smirking and liking the idea that he's related to what he is informed as the greatest supervillain ever. And yeah, if that's already giving him smirk off, you can definitely tell he's really gonna use that to get himself into the big time leagues of criminal world. All's the same though, it does have me looking forward to the next issue, to seeing where it's going to go from here. As a matter of fact, why don't I just go ahead and read off of it with what it said here. In next month, it says, Shang-Chi's family is in pieces, but when the going gets tough, family sticks together. It's time for the family to reunite, and that means everybody. For the only way to protect each other from certain death is together. But will the siblings be able to forgive and forget the past? Basically, there's still going to be some issues that need some working out here. Basically, the very theme that makes Shang-Chi, this book series, what it is the family drama will keep going on. And hey, I'm all good with that because I really do enjoy this. All's the same though, guys. I'm going to go ahead, leave it all at that. And please, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this new writer team, the direction we're starting off in with this new arc. Leave them all in the comment section down below. And until then, you enjoy my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified of when I make more videos. Until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!